Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Unicorn Trajectory podcast. Today, we have a really interesting topic, and the topic today will be how to architect a venture scale company. I'm Skye, your host, and we also have Skye Nguyen, Chief Fundraising Officer, today in the house. Hello, hi, how are you
Nice to meet
today?
you. Yeah, very good. Nice to meet all of you today.
So, the topic today is how to architect a venture scale company. Just a bit of introductions about myself. I'm Skye Nguyen, Chief Growth Strategist at Global Tech Startups and Unicorn, and I am the creator of the Unicorn Trajectory, an operating system to create sustainable hypergrowth for startups. In my career, I've been able to grow multiple tech companies like Super Awesome, which is an advertising technology company, Gojek, which is a ride-hailing and food delivery company in Asia, Ahoy, a logistic technology company, now Stay a prop tech companies, and I also spent some time fundraising for WWF, which is like the world's biggest natural conservation NGOs.
Okay, so about me, I'm Hai. Currently, I'm the Chief Fundraising Officer at VinCFS, a cybersecurity arm of Vingroup, Vietnam largest conglomerate. Currently, I'm BOD Board of Director of a lot company like Vucua, Flyer, and Meta Basalam. Nice to share my view today to help you grow the business.
So, hi, first, what is your opinion on what it's about? What is a unicorn company?
Uh, in my view, and also the investor view, a unicorn company is firstly is a company is growing very fast. Secondly, is a company that can reach at least 1 billion valuation. And also with my view, they need when they reach 1 billion valuation, they need to have the revenue of 100 million. That's my view of unicorn.
Yes, that is very correct, like technical terms. And also, we can also say that a unicorn is a venture scale company that can potentially change an industry and change the world. Being a venture scale company, it's the definition that you just gave. Basically, when you create the business or when you scale the business or you go fundraise, especially from venture capital firm, they need to see that you have the potential to exit in the billions and create like hundreds of millions of dollars in annual revenue, and actually have a plan on how to get there and in less than 10 years. So this is very important to note, because then you realize that you actually need a plan. You cannot just create a product and then hope that, or try different ways and hope that it will happen. Yeah. So this is the journey that a lot of the startups go through. So let's say you are an early startup founders. You have created the product and you have achieved product market fit and have taken the market. So have taken the product to the market, and you have generated revenues. So where to go from here? So where do you see that how would people navigate from this stage?
Yeah. Okay. So in my experience, when I have just start some of my company, my first thinking when I start a company is that I said, oh, this idea is good. This product can be good, and I focus on building the product first. And when I launching to the market, no one need it, and I fail the business. And that's my view in the old way. And currently, with my view, when I start to build something, I look at the market side first. If it's big enough, I will start to build the company, so that when you see the market size big enough for to be the company become the unicorn, then we start with the unicorn idea. We will have more chance to become unicorn company.
Yes, I totally agree with you. So there's a lot of the stream of thinking that we should create the product and then we should find product market fit and then we'll figure out how to build the company, right? But if I were to do it, I would look at the market first and then I look at the consumer segments and see if it's big enough. And then I would look at the problem that that group of customer face, and then I'll go build the company and the product. So for example, I can look at the banking industry in Asia, for example. It's a very big industry, right? That definitely needs innovations. And then I'll look at the big consumer groups that not being served well in that industry, which may be millennials and Gen Z banker. And then I'll see what are their problems. And then only then I'll go back and build the product to solve their problems. Yeah. So to architect a venture scale company is actually the way of thinking. It's like how to actually create a revolution in an industry and then to manage growth. So whether you are pivoting your post product market fit company or you create a new company, this will be a more sustainable way of creating like a potentially a company that can scale big. The mistake that I see a lot of the founders make after the product market fit and even post revenue is that the first expensive mistake that they don't look at the bigger markets and find a bigger markets and pursue a bigger mission. This is why they fail to attract first the investors because the vision is just not big enough. They fail to attract the talents to come and build a company, and then they fail to attract the right customer, or they don't attract like a big enough group of customers to make the company sustainable and growing. So what do you think about this point?
In my view, I agree with you because based on my experience, one of the company I'm support in the past, the founder only focus in Vietnam market, and they did it 8 years, but the revenue still small. But after last 4 months, when they change the bigger vision, focus on global market with the USA first, the result they spend the same, but the result now currently after 4 months, the revenue in export equal to the revenue in Vietnam market they did in 8 years. So I think here when we see with the bigger vision and bigger mission, sometimes with the same result, we can do much bigger company.
Yes. So what you're saying that we can recalibrate the resource and also look at other markets that has a lot of potential and also potential for profitability, and then focus on expanding to a few markets very fast and with not with a lot of more resources, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And another mistake that I see a lot of founders make that they don't create a strategy and they take like strategic actions, but instead they just go to conferences or they go to Google search or they ask so many different people and then they get so many different advice and then they just reacting to the situations. So what do you think about this mistake of founders?
Yeah, this is I always made the mistake when I have just started my first company until now, because normally at that time, as a founder, we always believe that we are the number one, we can do everything. So that's very good when we have just start something new, we can do everyone grow everything. But normally after the next step, when our ability is limited, we don't know that we lack the ability to grow company to the next step. That's why a lot of startup at the stage they fail because they don't know what to do next to grow the business.
Yes, and also there's a lot of noise everywhere as well. There's too many conferences, too many books, too many just too many informations around. So one of my rule of thumb when I need to navigate on what is the next step, that I will look for a really experienced person who have done what I need to do before, and then I just ask the person.
Yeah,
so the
agree.
mistake number 3, it's like they delay hiring a strong leadership team to benefit from the years of their experience. So you can see on the screen here, this is like a typical founders, which is like Mark Zuckerberg. He created a product which is a social network called Facebook, but at one point he realized that he didn't have the business experience to actually monetize the product. This is why he brought in Cheryl who definitely turn the company around and turn it into a business machine. So it's very important that you, if you are the founders who can build the products, and then you should think ahead of time on who should be the person who monetize the business.
Yeah, I agree about this because most of my time, I see that my ability is good at build something new. But later, when it at growth stage, I'm not the type of people to detail management. That's why when I have just start the business, I find a people who very good at running operation to join with me in this company. And when I do that, my startup speed growing 2 times faster, and all of the successful rate increase double. So I strongly encourage you find a strong co-founder when you have just begin the business.
Yes, so know your weakness and also know your strength, right? Okay, so what if there is a different way? So, I was always this person who was scaling company and was growing company and launching different markets, and it was very exciting. It was very overwhelming because I had to deal with a lot of things and a lot of people, sometimes like hundreds of people at the same time. So at one point, I needed to sit down and create like a solutions to help me systemize my knowledge and also to operate companies on a day to day. So this is the framework that I found that can grow the company very sustainably, but also very fast. And it can be applied across the industries. And eventually, I put it in together into one place, and I call it the unicorn trajectory, which is a growth strategy to transform a post product market fit startup to a future unicorn, which is the company that has the architecture of a venture scale company. Yeah. So there are 3 phases into this. So the first thing is that we need to relook at the commercial strategy of the company. The second phase, we need to transform the company internally. The next phase, it's like after we do all of this, we'll go and fundraising, and then we take the market share. Do you see that a lot of companies, they think that fundraising, it just create a pitch deck and go meet a lot of investors.
Yeah, normally they will do that. I've seen a lot of startup founder do that. But they
Yeah.
don't know that. Mean when they don't know that when they complete the first 5P and next 3P, the investor will come to meet them because they interest with the company, with the business model. At that time, a lot of guys you don't need pitch deck to pitch with them. They research detail about your company before they reach to you. And when you talk with them, you just, well, we can just discuss like this without any document. And a lot of time we still fundraising without build pitch deck or everything like that.
Yes, I agree with you because actually, in my experience, investor actually having a hard time finding a company that actually know what they're doing and actually have a plan to do that. And this is the plan, because as an investor, one of my top priorities, aside from making a lot of money, it's like not losing my money, right? So let's walk through these process. So in the first phase of commercial strategy, creating a massive commercial strategy, we need to look at the purpose of the company. The second thing, we need to look at the potential of the company, which is the market size. The third thing that is we need to look at the profitability, which is the business model of the company. The next thing is that we need to review the product. And the fifth thing is we need to review the positioning of the company on the market. After this phase, we move to an internal transformation phase. First, we need to look at our people, especially in leadership positions. The second thing is that we need to review the underlying principles of the business operations, which is like, to me, it's basic business principles like profitability, positive cash flow, lean operation, etc. And then we need to look at the process, simplify them, and automate them. And after all of this, only then you will see the performance of the company will increase massively. This is where we go and take the market either regionally or globally, and then we can start go fundraising. So next time we meet, we'll walk you through each step of these 9 Ps.